Chosen one, feel the urgency in your spirit right now. This is not a countdown meant to frighten you. This is a holy countdown meant to awaken you. The pressure you feel is not panic, it is positioning. God is not rushing you. He is aligning you. There are hours left, and today matters more than you realize. Before this year closes, there are things God must settle. Conversations you can no longer avoid. Decisions you can no longer delay. Weights you must finally drop. Acts of obedience you can no longer postpone and still expect peace. Think about your mother, what she prayed over you in silence. Think about your sister, or the one you love, who believes in you even when you hesitate. Think about your heart, the place where you already know what God has been asking of you. Heaven is not demanding perfection. Heaven is demanding response. If your spirit feels the weight of this word, that is not emotion, that is recognition. It is your soul saying, yes, this is for me. Archangel Michael stands near, guarding this moment, because decisions made now echo far beyond this season. You are not just hearing a message, you are being called into alignment. When you respond, you are saying, God, I am present, I am listening, I am ready, and heaven always honors that posture. Do not drift away. Do not scroll past this moment. The next minutes are sacred. What is about to be revealed will explain what this final assignment is, why it carries such weight, and how to complete it without fear. And when understanding settles in your spirit, you will realize why God refused to let this year end without speaking to you one last time. Scripture tells us, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven. This is not poetry, it is spiritual law. Nothing unfolds randomly. Nothing meaningful happens without intention. God governs moments just as much as outcomes. Notice this. Every purpose has a time. Purpose is not released all at once. Calling does not unfold in a single moment. God attaches purpose to timing so that what He releases does not destroy you, but positions you. And now, this is your time. The window is still open. The assignment is still active. But time is narrowing. Stay awake. Stay present. Because heaven is moving, God is speaking, and today still belongs to your obedience. Chosen one, hear this carefully because time is moving. What God releases is always meant to be sustained. He never gives purpose before the soul is ready to carry it. When the right time arrives, purpose becomes clear, and understand this. Every time has an assignment. Time is never empty in God's economy. Not 1 hour. Not 1 day. Every season carries responsibility, focus, and instruction. Even the waiting seasons, especially the waiting seasons, are active. They are shaping something deep inside you. You are not ending this year empty-handed. What God placed in you during this season may not be fully visible yet, but it is real. Growth is fruit. Clarity is fruit. Discernment is fruit. Strength is fruit. And you are ending this year on assignment. That means heaven still has intention for your steps right now. God is not closing this year in silence. He is closing it with direction. There are hours left, and those hours matter. Heaven is not asking you to do everything. God does not overwhelm His children with impossible demands. He knows your limits. He knows your capacity. He knows your season. God is asking you to do the right thing. One act of focused obedience carries more power than scattered effort in many places. This season is about precision, not pressure. This is your final assignment of 2025. Not because God is finished with you, but because He is refining you. Endings with God are never about loss. They are about alignment. What you complete in these final moments prepares the ground for what comes next. God often uses last hours to sharpen obedience, deepen trust, and clarify direction. That is why the urgency feels strong in your spirit. This is a divine countdown, not to rush you, but to ready you. Think of your mother, the prayers she whispered when you weren't listening. Think of your sister, or the one you love, who has been watching you grow quietly. Think of your heart, which already knows what needs to be finished. Archangel Michael is standing guard, because heaven is positioning you carefully. When the next season opens, you will step into it prepared, aligned, and carrying purpose. Not confused, not wounded, not delayed. Throughout Scripture, God never closed a chapter without giving clarity. He does not lead His people blindly into new seasons. Every transition is marked by direction, preparation, and intentional guidance. Before Noah entered the ark, God gave specific instructions. Before the door closed, heaven made sure He was ready. And now you are Noah in this moment. The door has not shut yet. The instructions are still being given. But the time is narrowing. Stay alert. Stay obedient. Stay present. Because today, what you finish will determine how you enter what God has already prepared for you. Chosen one, slow your spirit and listen, because this moment is delicate. God has always been precise with transitions. With Noah, the dimensions, the timing, the materials, and even the moment of entry were clearly outlined. Noah was not rushed. He was exact. And that precision preserved life. Before Israel crossed the Red Sea, God told Moses where to stand and what to do. The miracle did not begin with movement. It began with instruction. Positioning mattered. Obedience mattered. Timing mattered before the waters ever parted. Before Jesus stepped into public power, He stepped into private preparation. He honored seasons of consecration before seasons of manifestation. Even the Son of God refused to rush alignment. Why? Because transitions require wisdom, not speed. Moving too quickly creates confusion. Moving with understanding produces peace. God values alignment over momentum. Instruction is not restriction. It is protection. It guards you from stepping into something your soul is not yet ready to carry. God gives clarity not to slow you down, but to save you from unnecessary loss. Every ending carries a lesson meant to equip you for what is coming. God uses closing seasons to refine your discernment, strengthen your obedience, and deepen your trust in His voice. Chosen one, if you rush this season, you may miss the very lesson that was meant to protect your next one. Some wisdom can only be learned in stillness, not in motion. Think of your mother, how she learned strength in quiet seasons. Think of your sister, or the one you love, how patience shaped her endurance. Think of your heart, which already knows this is not a time to panic, but a time to listen. Archangel Michael stands watch, because this moment matters more than you realize. God is speaking now because what He is showing you is meant to be carried forward, not left behind. If you listen carefully, if you move intentionally, you will enter the next season prepared, steady, and aligned, guided not by haste, but by instruction. Let this sink deep into your mind. God is not first changing your surroundings, He is changing your understanding. Before He adjusts what is around you, He is adjusting what is within you. And there are hours left for this work to be completed. Stay still. Stay obedient. Stay awake. Because today, God is finishing something in you, so tomorrow doesn't break you. Chosen one, receive this because the work is happening now, and time is tight. God transforms what is within you before He changes what is around you. He knows this truth. External change without internal renewal cannot be sustained. That is why the Spirit is pressing on you today, in these remaining hours, while the window is still open. Scripture declares, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." This is not a suggestion, it is a strategy from heaven. Transformation does not begin with behavior. It begins with thinking. God starts with perspective because how you see determines how you respond. Your thoughts shape your decisions, and your decisions determine your direction. That is why God renews your understanding before He releases new responsibility. A renewed mind is the foundation of a stable future. Your final assignment of 2025 is not about chasing people, noise, or activity. It is not about proving yourself, staying busy, or forcing outcomes. God is not impressed by motion without alignment. What He is asking for now is deeper and quieter. He is calling you to renew your mind, to refine your focus, and to realign your heart. If things feel slower, it is intentional. God is slowing certain areas down so clarity can rise. This season is not empty. It is sacred. When your focus is refined, distractions lose their grip. When your heart is realigned, confusion fades. Think of your mother, how wisdom formed in her during unseen seasons. Think of your sister, or the one you love, how strength was built before breakthrough came. Think of your heart, which already knows God has been dealing with you on the inside for a reason. God is teaching you how to hear clearly before you move boldly. Internal work often feels quiet, but it is never insignificant. What God does in private seasons determines what you can carry in public ones. Strength is always formed before visibility. That is why God is addressing thought patterns, beliefs, and expectations now. He is removing what limits you and restoring what strengthens you. Renewal is not delay, it is preparation. Because hear this clearly. If your mind is healed, your future is protected. A healed mind makes wise choices. A healed mind resists fear. A healed mind remains steady under pressure. Archangel Michael stands guard, because God is safeguarding what is ahead by healing what is within. This assignment may not look dramatic, but it is decisive. Eternity respects what you allow God to fix today. There are minutes and hours left, and heaven is still working. When your inner world aligns with God, your outer world will follow. In the right order, at the right time, without loss. Stay present. Stay obedient. Stay still enough to hear. Because today, God is finishing the inner work that will carry you safely into everything He has prepared next. Chosen one, hear this as the final seal because the timing matters. What God brings forth will follow at the right time, in the right way. As this year closes, He is not overwhelming you with complexity. He is releasing clarity. These are not heavy revelations meant to crush you. They are steadying truths meant to anchor you. What you carry into these final hours will shape how you step into the next season. Listen carefully. What didn't work was not wasted. Failure did not cancel your calling. What others meant for harm, God repurposed for good. What looked like a setback was a setup. What felt like loss never slipped out of his control. Everything that confused you, delayed you, or stretched you was training, not punishment. God never wastes pain. He converts it into wisdom. So stop rehearsing regret and start extracting revelation. What you learned matters more than what you lost. God is more interested in who you are becoming than what you are producing. This is where hope enters your mind and steadies your heart. The world demands performance, speed, and visible results. God prioritizes formation, depth, and character that can endure. Even Jesus grew. Growth takes time, and time does not mean failure. If your progress felt slow, you are not behind. You are becoming stable. Think of your mother, how strength was built quietly. Think of your sister, how patience formed resilience. Think of your heart, which knows this season was shaping you for weight you couldn't carry before. Your assignment is not to prove yourself. Your assignment is to prepare yourself. God is shaping you so you can sustain what He plans to release. Preparation always precedes promotion in God's timing. And here is the bridge. Don't miss this. Obedience is the bridge between now and next. God does not reveal the full future. He reveals the next instruction. He leads with wisdom, not overload, so trust can grow step by step. Archangel Michael stands watch as heaven waits on your response in these remaining minutes. Stay present. Stay obedient. Stay anchored. Because today, what you choose to obey will decide how you enter what God has already prepared for you. Chosen one, receive this final instruction, because the light is already on. Scripture says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Notice it does not say a floodlight. It says a lamp. God gives light step by step. Enough for movement. Enough for obedience. Enough for today. And here it is, your final assignment of 2025 is simple, but it is powerful. Obey what you already know. Finish what you already started. Release what God already told you to let go of. These are not small acts. They are decisive acts. And that obedience is unlocking what comes next. What you choose to honor in these remaining hours is shaping how you will step into 2026. God is not asking you for perfection. He is asking for alignment, for faithfulness, for trust as you cross over. Hear this clearly and let it heal your heart. God is not disappointed in you. Disappointment belongs to human expectation, not to divine purpose. God sees the full picture of your journey, including the parts you still question, and His heart toward you remains steady and intentional. He is positioning you. Positioning often feels uncomfortable because it involves movement, adjustment, and restraint. But God never repositions what He intends to abandon. Every shift you've experienced has been alignment, not rejection. The delay was protection. What you thought was being withheld was being shielded. God saw outcomes you could not see and stopped you from stepping into weight you weren't ready to carry. The silence was instruction. God does not only teach through words, He teaches through quiet. Silence sharpens discernment, trains your spirit to hear beyond noise and emotion. The waiting was development. Waiting builds endurance. Waiting forms humility. Waiting strengthens trust. Think of your mother, how waiting matured her strength. Think of your sister, or the one you love, how patience deepened her roots. Think of your heart, which survived seasons that were never meant to destroy you, only to prepare you. Waiting stretches your faith so that when growth comes, it does not collapse under its own weight. Archangel Michael stands guard, because heaven knows this moment matters. The roots are deep enough now, so don't rush, don't doubt, don't retreat. The lamp is lit. The instruction is clear. The time is now. Finish, release, obey, and step forward, steady, aligned, and ready for what God has already prepared for you. Chosen one. Anchor your spirit here, because heaven is speaking with authority. Scripture declares, "At the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen." This promise is not hopeful language, it is certainty. God does not guess timing. He appoints it, not your time. Not their time. God's time. Human timing is driven by pressure, comparison, and impatience. God is not bound by urgency or expectation. He moves with wisdom and intention. Other people's progress does not define your path. God customizes timing according to purpose, not popularity or appearance. Divine timing is aligned with readiness, sustainability, and fulfillment. When God moves, He moves completely, leaving no part of the promise unfinished. And hear this clearly, His timing is never late. What He has spoken will come to pass exactly when it should. Trusting God's timing is not passive. It is active faith, anchored in hope, knowing that God never misses His moment. You may not feel it emotionally yet, but spiritually the shift has already begun. Not every transition announces itself with excitement or clarity. Some shifts begin quietly, beneath the surface, long before emotions catch up with reality. God is closing cycles right now. Certain seasons are ending. Certain patterns are breaking. Certain chapters are being sealed on purpose. What no longer serves your growth is being concluded so space can be made for what does. This is not loss. This is room being created. God is refining your motives, not just what you do, but why you do it. He is more concerned with the heart behind the action than the action itself, because pure motives sustain long-term purpose. God is sharpening your discernment. You are seeing more clearly, sensing more deeply, recognizing what once went unnoticed. This clarity is not accidental. It is preparation. God is quieting distractions. Voices that once pulled at your attention are losing their grip. Noise is fading because it can no longer compete with clarity. God is reducing unnecessary voices so you can hear His without confusion. Think of your mother, how wisdom came when life became quieter. Think of your sister, or the one you love, how maturity sharpened her discernment. Think of your heart, which now recognizes peace faster than chaos. There are hours left and heaven is still working. Archangel Michael stands watch as God finalizes what must end and prepares what must begin. This is alignment happening in real time. Do not resist the quiet. Do not fear the slowing. Do not compare your timing. God is not behind. You are not forgotten. The promise is not delayed. The shift has begun. The cycles are closing. And at the right time, the appointed time, the Lord Himself will make it happen.